hello. How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today, I wanted to tell you how the school system is letting your teen down. Now, if you are a parent that has a teen or a preteen that is struggling in school, you may be feeling the struggle is real. You may be feeling, even though I'm reaching out to my teacher, my child's teacher, or my child's school system, it feels like we're just going back and forth, and it feels like I'm not really getting anywhere. It feels like my school system is not really there to help me. I hear this all the time from parents who feel like the school system is not only not helping you, but sometimes even working against you. Now, here's something that you need to learn from me real quick is that I am a student advocate and a parent advocate, not a teacher advocate. So if I need to call out a teacher or a school system to say they're not helping you or they're not supporting you in the way they need to be, I'm the person that does that. And so actually, I get a lot of people in the academic and education world that don't like me because I call it what it is. So, but I just do that in order to help you with your child or your teen to do better in school. I don't care if they don't like me. I'm okay with that. My only goal is to see you do better with your kid doing better in school and to help support you and your child. So the first step to that is I want to tell you how the school system is actually letting down your kid. So if your kid is going into middle school or maybe even going into high school, a lot of times what I see is when teens go into high school, they have such more difficult classes, right? We're talking about a lot more is expected of them, more responsibilities, the workload is harder, and there is so much going on for them that teachers are teaching. Maybe they have one teacher that just teaches math. Maybe they have one teacher that just teaches history. But in all of these teachers, not a single teacher is there to teach your kid the skills they actually need to do well in school. That's mind blown. All of these teachers are here to teach your kiddo, and they're teaching your kid how to, learn more and be smart and be prepared for life. But we're not preparing them for life. Our teachers are not preparing them to do well in school. And here's what I mean by that is that students will get into high school and they don't know the basics of study skills. They don't know how to study and prepare for a test. They don't know how to take notes. When a teacher is standing up at the board and speaking, a million words a minute, and your kid is furiously trying to write everything down word for word, and they can't get most of it because they don't know how to take notes. That's one issue. Studying, taking notes, being organized when if your teen starts a project the night before it's due and wondering why I didn't start this earlier, they didn't have the right skills to know, well, I should have started this last week. So many times that I see students, when I work with students one-on-one, I realize they don't have the essential skills that they need to do well in school, which are study skills and academic skills. And so here's how your child's school system is letting them down. They are going from elementary school to middle school where teachers are kind of a little bit hand-holding, right? They work them through step by step, here's what you got to do. But then when your kiddo goes from middle school and they throw them into high school, all of their high school teachers just expect them to know how to study. They expect them to know how to prepare for a test. They just expect that somewhere they magically learned how to take notes while someone's talking 100 million words a minute. How is anyone supposed to write that down that fast when they've never been expected to before? Who is in this gap between middle school and high school? Excuse me. Where in this gap were they supposed to have learned these skills? And so here I am wondering, like, why is our school systems not teaching this? Why are our school systems not preparing our kiddos for when they go into high school? Aren't our high schools supposed to be preparing our kids for when they go on to college, or to prepare them for when they go on to their first job outside of college or outside of high school? How are we actually preparing our kid? Is our kid going to need to know advanced AP calculus when they go to college? Maybe, maybe not. Are they going to need to know how to study to go to college? Yes. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a little bit of a cold. So here's what I'm saying. I just cannot believe that our school systems are not preparing our kids the way that they're supposed to be. So if you feel like your kiddo is struggling in school, like they don't know what they need to be doing, that's because they don't know study skills or academic skills. They just don't know the skills that they need to do well in school. So if that is you and your kiddo, let me know. Leave me a message or a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear where you feel that your child is struggling with the most, because the first steps we need to take to help your kiddo is to help them learn study skills. So here are the top 3 study skills that I emphasize and highly recommend the most. So there's lots of study skills that we can teach your kiddo, but the top 3 would be, time management, note taking, and organization. These are the top 3 that if they learned these 3, they could do well in almost any class. If they really knew these skills well, they could go on to any class and be totally prepared for anything that this class throws at them. I see Mary's leaving a comment. She said, with the AP classes, I struggled hardcore in math and sciences, barely getting a C, but they kept passing me to the next accelerated course. Yes, totally see that all the time, where you struggle so much, but they just pass you on to the next person, right? Teachers do that all the time. They did the same thing to me. I've shared with y'all before that my teachers absolutely hated me, and they always wanted to pass me off to the next person, but no one wanted to just sit me down and teach me, actually prepare me for my future. And that's what frustrated me the most. And now, as a former tutor turned academic mentor, that's what frustrates me the most, is seeing all of these students that just are not being prepared for their future. And isn't that what schools are supposed to be doing anyway? I mean, who cares if someone's taking advanced whatever? You may not need that in life. I took all, advanced calculus? Do you think I ever need that course in life? No, I don't think so. But do I need to learn the basics of like how to learn, how my brain processes information? How do I take notes when I want to remember something? Because guess what? As a mom, you think I remember everything? Of course not. I have to write things down so that I can remember them for later, right? So Mary says, haven't used them again once. Exactly, Mary. That's so true. So if your kiddo is struggling in school, the first thing we need to do is teach them those study skills. Leave a comment and question if you agree, if you disagree, if you have any other thing. Let me know. I hope that this was helpful to you. I cannot wait to talk to y'all later. Have a great, blessed day. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.